This video, out of all the videos I've done, will probably be one of the most down to earth, emotional. Okay, maybe not emotional, but one of the most real talk videos I've ever done throughout this video, or throughout this channel, I should say. And this video, I have a message to all the Pookies and Ray Rays in the making. While you're doing it, what the retired Pookie and Ray Rays won't tell you, and the results of if you decide to take the Pookie and Ray Ray path. Now, the reason why you're doing it, and for starters, I want to preface this video by saying the following. This is for those in their teens and early 20s who are contemplating going on the path of being Pookies and Ray Rays. Now, if you don't know what that means, it simply means stereotypical images of African American males. Whether it's a thug, a goon, dope boy, whatever you want to call it. For all you guys who are being tempted around your environment, in your schools, and in your families to follow down the negative stereotypical paths. This is a message towards all of you and hopes that you guys will steer clear of it. And no, this isn't going to be some don't do it because you're going to get in trouble and society won't like you and blah, blah, blah. This isn't going to be a public service announcement. Trust me, this will be PG-13, so I'll captivate your attention to an extent, hopefully. But the reason why you're doing it, I mean, let's be honest. We all know why you guys are doing it. And I'm not going to pin the blame at you guys at all. Yeah, I think a lot of the elder Pookie and Ray Rays deserve a lot of the blame because they were the ones who decided to take that path. And many of them don't have anything to show for it, which I will explain a bit later. But a lot of these Pookie and Ray Rays, these other ones, yeah, they deserve the blame. You young ones out there, you young cats, I'm not going to throw you guys under the bus because we all know the reason why a lot of you guys do what you do isn't because you're incapable of doing better. It's because your environment tells you not to do any better. Specifically, your schools, your matriarchal ran schools, your matriarchal ran homes, and your matriarchal ran communities. Yeah, I'm pinning this on the women. And for the most part, a lot of young boys, especially those who don't have dads in their lives, like most of you who are probably listening to this video, a lot of you want the approval, love, and adulation from your female family members, and especially from your female peers. And we all know what kind of loving a lot of you guys want. Let's keep it honest. And we all know the path or the results of going the opposite direction of being an educated young black man does. And we all know the ostracization, we all know the demonization, and we all know the lack of sexual access. Men who get straight A's, who speak the King's English, who go to school every day, stay out of trouble, don't sell drugs. We all know what these men are called. We all know how these men are treated, these young men, these young boys. We know that's the reason why a lot of you do your dirt. It isn't because you guys are poor. It damn sure isn't because of no white supremacy. And it isn't because you feel as if you have to in order to survive. You do it for show. You do it to impress your community, to stay on Mama's good side, and to stay on Bonquisha's bone list. But a lot of you guys don't realize that the path that you're on right now is not the path that's going to bring you any sort of reward in the long run. Let's be straight. a lot of these retired Pookie and Ray Rays who are telling you, "Oh, it's okay. I was a Pookie and Ray Ray once, and I made it as well. I was good. I'm doing good in the hood. Doesn't matter. And the thugs love me." If your biggest reward, if your biggest accomplishment is young thugs having respect on your name in the hood, you got to come better than that. And a lot of you young ones, you young dudes out there, yeah, I see the immediate results that you guys get. You dudes get plenty of play during your teen years and your 20s. And that's what a lot of girls in the so-called community want. Even though some guys will say, "Well, Pookie and Ray Ray ain't getting all the play." Well, of course they aren't when they reach their 30s. But how many Pookies and Ray Rays are there in general? I mean, if you aren't dead or in prison or completely screwed up in the head, come on. And a lot of those women who go after classic men in their 30s, ask them who they were messing with in their teens and 20s. I personally don't want any sort of used vehicle who went through. I'm not going to even go there. But anyway, towards you young ones, because this is what the video is aimed towards. This is who the video is aimed towards. The retired Pookie and Ray Rays who are having these 8-hour streams aren't going to tell you the following. Yeah, you may be getting all the action in the hood when you're a teen, but you're rotating those same women. Even those same women who you think are dedicated towards you and are going to stick around to you and only you, they're only going to have sex with you because of your hood cred and your hood swag and all this other stuff. No. In reality, you're rotating a bunch of thoughts. And in many cases, increasingly, you guys even know it. And you guys, for some reason, are bragging that, "Oh, I gotta jump off. I gotta pass through. I gotta bust." Look, do you want to live your life having someone else's sloppy seconds, thirds, fourths, ninths? Come on. You know you want something for yourself. And as far as the girls y'all messing with, let's be honest. I'm going to give you guys a spoiler in the future. The girls you're getting with now who are thin and tight and young, it may not matter because you're getting with them, but a lot of them get busted very quick. I mean, look at the images of some of the girls in the 20s, and especially in the 30s who are still in the hood. Do you want to be gangbanging and dope dealing and dick slinging for 15 to 25 years in the ghetto just to come out and only deal with the bottom of the barrel? I mean, as I said, it even happens as early as in their 20s. Look at these chicks in their 20s who are in your neighborhood right now. And ask yourself, do you really want to fuck with that? Other reasons. A lot of you guys don't realize that a lot of these women out here, a lot of these girls out here, yeah, they may respect you more than they respect the educated you-know-whats. But that's only for a short time. But in the long run, they'll eventually throw you guys under the bus too. Whether it's when you get them pregnant and they start hounding you for child support. Granted, in a lot of you guys' cases, you probably won't be making enough money to pay it, but that's a whole nother story. Or whether you break up with them or they find out you're creeping around because you want to build your harem in the hood, then it's all sorts of drama. Trust me, these girls will eventually turn on you. They just won't turn on you, or they just won't give you as much crap. Or I should say, they won't give you as much crap, and they won't give you crap as fast as they do the educated you-know-whats. And when I say educated you-know-whats, I mean educated lames, which are basically your non-ghetto blacks, your nerds, your geeks, your cornballs, people, the dudes who act and speak white. Also, you're going to be stuck in that shithole. And I'm not going to even Don't even deny that where a lot of you guys are living are shitholes. It is. Just look around, ducking and diving bullets, uh, watching out for the cops. I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler right now. That isn't how normal humans live, or how, rather, I should say, that isn't how humans should normally live. Anyone else or anything else has been telling you that, oh, it's normal to be in the streets and hustle, and you gotta deal with drama, and oh, I gotta deal with the cops. The cops harass me, man. I gotta deal with the bullets. I gotta deal with the dealers. I gotta deal with an empty ass house. My mom's sucking dick. My dad's on crack. No, that's not normal. You've been lied to by many people, including the retired Pookie and Ray Rays who say it's white supremacy. It's white supremacy. It's the ongoing legacy of slavery while you're in it. No. It's these former Pookie and Ray Rays who haven't done shit for you. The same Pookie and Ray Rays who the black women of the past decided were worthy enough to lead the community. And instead of putting in their part, because they were the chosen ones, they decided to cool and to gang it out, to Jay Freeze it out, to swag it out back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And as a result, your community has a lot of swag, but where's the substance? Where are the jobs? Where's the safety? Hell, where are the dog parks? They couldn't even bring that. I mean, you have to wait till a bunch of hipster-ass white people come in and basically buy your asses out or drive up the rent so high you guys can't afford it in order to see dog parks. I mean, you all know it's real. But also, and here's one thing I emphasize on my channel personally. There's a world out there for all men, especially black men, to see. Don't think that your hood or even the United States is the only place where you can lay your head down. Because we all know black men in America, particularly those who work hard and are non-stereotypical, are the least desired in this country. From the media, from many women, the list goes on. I'll address you and I'll guide you to some of my other videos if you really want details on that. Or a lot of you guys who decide that peer pressure is a bitch, and so am I. I'm quoting you guys if you decide to take this path. You decide to allow peer pressure to steer you into the path of being a Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay. Well, you may win in the short run. You may get the poon and the fash, and you may even bust a few cherries. Good on you. Good on you, bruh. But in the long run, I'm telling you, it doesn't work out. And no, it's not just because you go to jail or risk prison or risk being shot and killed. Yeah, those are the obvious reasons. But if those things don't deter you, these things will. Chances are you probably won't spend too much time in the prison, or you probably won't die. I'm not going to say everybody who gets involved in the streets ends up getting got. That's not the truth. Chances are you'll end up being a retired Pookie and Ray Ray, basically living a mediocre at best life, where you have to settle working manual labor jobs or soul degrading jobs in order to get by, where you have to look towards your 30s if you want to settle down and find a wifey, and deal with a Bonquisha or a Shaniqua who has 4 kids. And chances are one of them may be yours. But you're going to still have to deal with either a mixed family or a woman who is so busted in looks and in knowledge that you'll start wondering if it's even worth it. Or you can end up like some guys on here who were the Pookie and Ray Rays, and all of a sudden they end up simping for one woman who, yeah, she'll go along with it for a while, but like most girls in the hood, or grown girls in the hood, end up leaving them, and these same guys end up playing sad ass love songs from the 1970s talking about, oh, my girl left me, she left me high, she, this reminded me when my mom was my dad, oh no, 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 no. Yeah, you can have one of those sad sap shit stories in which you end up, marrying some has-been hood rat, have a few kids with her, she eventually dumps your ass, and then you have a bunch of sons who are simps, or daughters who themselves become single mothers. Because, I mean, look at this culture. I mean, let's be real. Or you can end up, if you were on the streets, keeping it real, but having nothing to show for it, you can end up basically having the Pookie and Ray Ray retirement pack. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Having the Rick Ross Big Meats retirement package. The Big Rick Ross or Big Meats retirement package. Either one you can choose. But both of the retirement packages consist of a PS4, a few bags of weed, a used caddy, some Jordans from 20 years ago, and an all expense paid living on your baby mama's couch. I mean, because that's what a lot of you are headed towards. And yeah, you can play the homosexual role of giving the good D in order to stay in some woman's place, but looking at the women you'll be dealing with in the future, if you go down this path, your current self will want to kill your future self. Trust me, it's not a pretty path. It's not a pretty destination. So, all you guys out there, all you young guys out there who are listening to this message and don't have the ADHD to switch the channel or switch the video to some little jizz and young Illuminati mixtape or some big booty bimbo stuff. Look, I'm not saying you have to go in the opposite direction of being the educated you know what, and like completely speaking the King's English and staying inside and being a hermit all night. I'm not saying to do that. Feel free to have some sort of social life. Have some friends. But at least have some friends who are going somewhere. And it doesn't even have to be college. It can be the military. It can be the trades. It could be running your own business. Hell, it could be even making beats, making raps, whatever. As long as you're doing something. Instead of embracing the Pookie and Ray Ray lifestyle. Take this lesson. Take this message. Repeat it a few times if you have to. And remember that the path of Pookie and Ray Ray, it has its short-term benefits, but it has its long-term detriments. And everyone else out there, always bet on X.